because economies are built on war. Without war, a lot of people cannot survive. The largest industry on the planet is arms and armaments. How will you not use it? If I am making guns and bullets and I sell it to you and you don't shoot a single bullet, I'm disappointed with you. There are just 8 companies which are making these bullets, armaments. 6 of them are in United States. All you have to do is, I'll give you the address. You just lock down this. In about 6 months' time, when they run out of bullets, at least they have to hack people. The number of people killed will go down at least. There's not been a single day's break on this planet after World War II without at least a battle going on somewhere. When every movie that you see, the only way to settle any dispute is to bash somebody's face, why didn't you protest, I'm asking? Why are you not protesting? You're liking it, even your children are shooting everybody on the games. Why are you not protesting and why are you shocked when bombs explode, when people shoot at each other? If children shoot on the television screen, shouldn't adult mature into something little more? Hello?
Where Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant says Hamas has launched a war against the state of Israel. Thousands of rockets fired from the Gaza Strip. At least 1 person has been killed in Israel and 15 others injured, as the militants from the Palestinian enclave also infiltrated Israel.
אזרחי ישראל, אנחנו במלחמה.
And in retaliation, Israel has launched air raids on Gaza with dozens of jets, in what comes as the biggest offensive against Israel following 2021's 10-day war. The armed wing of the Hamas rulers of Gaza Strip have declared the launch of Operation Al-Aqsa Flood. Hamas has also called on the resistance fighters in the West Bank, as well as other Arab and Islamic nations, to join the battle. The Hamas group says over 5,000 rockets have been fired since the break of dawn. The Israeli minister says Hamas made a grave mistake by launching a war against Israel.
Good morning, Janae. Yeah, Russia launching a series of missile strikes here in Ukraine's second biggest city, with a fresh attack just outside Kharkiv this morning. And as you can see, they're clearing up here. A missile causing widespread destruction yesterday up there. A massive crater in the ground over there. Another missile striking a residential building also in the city centre.
What I consider perhaps even symbolically, like a symbolic message that one of the most fertile, perhaps the most fertile soil on the earth is now in a country which is now in war, in Ukraine. What perhaps, what can we say about that? Or is it, based on my information, like the extremely fertile soil in Ukraine is up to 4 meters, the black soil, the most fertile soil on the earth. Yeah. So how do we, what do we do?
See, the thing is this, when nations across the world, almost without exception, fortunately, Europe was not going that way after World War II, but now once again they're going that way. Almost every nation has invested enormous amount of money in building and stockpiling arms, armaments, bombs, missiles, smart bombs. I don't know how a bomb can be smart. It's the dumbest thing to do. It is the dumbest thing to do. See, at least if I pick a fight with you with a sword or a stick or something, there is some crude animalistic pleasure attached to it. 1,000 people are sitting here, you just drop a bomb, all of them died. I don't know what is smart about that. cannot understand this. But they are talking about smart bombs, where they're saying from 2 miles in the sky, they can drop the bomb into your house through the window. They're very proud of this. So this is not one nation, across the world, all right? So all of us as people, were we all thinking, all these bombs are being kept for entertainment, for display, or it's artwork, what did you think? One day it will be used. Yes or no? It has to be used somewhere. The question is on whom. The question is not whether it will be used or not. The question is just where and on whom, isn't it? So when it is piling up, we are all okay with it. In every movie, there is no movie without a bomb or at least a smashed face. We are all enjoying it. When it really happens, we say, oh, we're shocked, we're shocked. It doesn't work like that, life. This is why I'm telling you about the soil. Will you grieve after the disaster? Or will you be that generation will turn the disaster around? This is all the choice we have, because this is our time on the planet. How we do our life is our life, isn't it? So, wars are almost inevitable because economies are built on war. Without war, a lot of people cannot survive. The largest industry on the planet is arms and armaments. How will you not use it? If I am making guns and bullets and I sell it to you and you don't shoot a single bullet, I'm disappointed with you. Hello? This happened, I was at the World Economic Forum. At that time, the Sudanese war was going on, terrible war. Over 2,600,000 people died, out of which 50% were children below 6 years of age. Can you beat it? 130,000 children die in one war. So, at that time, some, movie stars and others are going there and carrying one, An African child is always a trophy. You carry this child and take photo ops and all this is happening. American celebrities posing with this starved-out child, photographs and everywhere and compassion and stuff. I appreciate the intention, I'm not against it. Everybody has to do it in their own way, I'm not against that. But in the same video, they were showing all these militants taking automatic weapons and death everywhere, massive, large-scale rape and simply, if you're a man, you'll die, if you're a woman, you get raped, all right? It's almost like that. That's southern Sudan was like that some time ago, now it's coming to some kind of sense. So these guys are just shooting, dozens of them, simply shooting in the sky. So I said, see, these guys are not shooting at somebody, they're shooting in the sky. That means they have limitless supply of armaments, all right? You can't take away the guns from them, but the bullets, they seem to have. The gun that they're using, I know what they're using, I know what caliber it is. There are just 8 companies which are making these bullets, armaments. 6 of them are in United States. All you have to do is, I'll give you the address. You just lock down this. In about 6 months' time, when they run out of bullets, at least they have to hack people. The number of people killed will go down at least. Once they don't have bullets, other people will know how to deal with them. There are 62 industries in the world who manufacture that caliber of bullet. I will give you the addresses. Will you go and lock them up? No. You will go to the war zone and pick up a child and do drama. I'm saying, when my trouble is your business, will you give it up? If you can't transform the human being, at least you must defang him, isn't it? Hello? Yeah, defang means you take away his teeth at least. If transformation is possible, fantastic. If that is not possible, at least is empowerment, you should bring it down, isn't it? So, we have no intent of stopping the war, let's be clear about that. When it happens to us or when it happens close to us, we will cry. When it's happening somewhere else, it's drama. This inhuman attitude towards war and to killing and the suffering that other people go through we must come out of that. Because most evil things have happened not necessarily because of evil intentions, simply apathy. You sleep through life. Is sleeping a crime? Hello? Is sleep a crime? Hello? No, sleep is a good thing. But if you sleep through your life is a disaster. That is what is happening to the world, both in terms of soil, both in terms of… and in terms of war. This is what is happening, we sleep through. After World War II, we formed League of Nations, we made United Nations. The idea was never again such wars will happen, right? Not just for Europe, for the whole world, never again it'll happen. But since then, how many wars? Actually, if you look at it, there's not been a single day's break on this planet after World War II without at least a battle going on somewhere. So, we have issues, we have economic issues, we have property issues, we have issues, all right. If we are civilized enough, we must… this is the idea of setting up a United Nations, that we will fight with our words and solve our problems. We are not saying we are not in such a la-la land that we don't have any issues, we have issues. We genuinely have issues, isn't it? That two sets of people believe this is it, that is it, there. But this is the idea of setting up a platform which would solve problems. What has happened? We have pushed it to the side and doing what we want to with each other. So, 20th century, 21st century when it began, everybody, ooh. Everybody said, this is 21st century, this is the age of information, this is technology, this, that, no wars. Tell me how many wars in 21st century? How many nations have been destroyed in 21st century?
Many.
Too many. Too many for 22 years, isn't it?
So how do we wake up?
See, these are things that you can't turn around overnight, but first thing is, within your hearts, your anger and hatred must go. I must tell you this. I used to attend a lot of world peace conferences at one time. For about 2 years, 2.5 years, I attended a lot of international conferences. Then I saw, for a whole lot of people, this conference hopping itself is a profession, they're making a living out of it. I'm the only idiot sitting there thinking we are working for world peace. So I was in a very prominent conference, 42 Nobel laureates were participating and a few ex-heads of state and all that stuff. Because when they're head of state, they will do war, after they retire, they will talk peace. This has been the way of the world. So, I was here and this is the third day afternoon. One particular Nobel laureate, it's his turn to speak and after that I'm speaking. So he came up and there is no… this podium is a little exposed, a proper big podium, you know, the wooden thing. So he went and stood behind that and he opened his file. He looked down, he never lifted up his head up. He read 42 pages. And I was sitting in the front row trying to grasp every word. I'm watching every page. 42 pages he flipped. Then I look around, the hall is absolutely peaceful. Because everybody, except the security and a few staff who were standing, everybody has fallen asleep. Then I thought, this is world peace for sure. Then my turn to speak came and I said, see, in the last 3 days I've heard so many bombastic speeches about creating world peace. But I'm asking you sincerely, how many of you can place your hand on your heart and say, your mind is peaceful? Because if your mind is not peaceful, if you can't make your mind peaceful, making the damn world peaceful is out of question. Because what you are seeing in the world is a larger manifestation of what's happening in human minds, isn't it? If there are no human beings on this planet, world is peaceful, isn't it? So then I inquired why in the afternoon session everybody has fallen asleep uniformly. You know, there was a certain unity about it, except me and a reader, he's not a speaker, a reader. Everybody has fallen asleep. Then I asked, what happened? He said, no, Sadhguru, yesterday evening there was a Bacardi festival. Oh, free drink. So everybody became peaceful.
So, that
That was the last World Peace Conference I went to.
So let us make the wish to make our minds peaceful globally, and I think Olga wants to…
No, this is the whole thing. We can't make everybody's mind peaceful. You can make yours peaceful, I can make mine peaceful, she can make hers peaceful, this is the only way it works. This is the problem. We talk about a world, we talk about a society, we talk about a humanity. No, all these are just vocabulary. There are only human beings. If this one and this one does not solve their problems, the world's problems are never gone. It will manifest in so many ways. We want a peaceful world. Should we not work at that? Hello? After it explodes, what's there to do? See, if two people are talking hot words, we must cool them, all right? Once one guy slaps the other guy, then it has to happen, isn't it, the rest of it? Once one thing happens, the rest of it naturally happens. I'm not trying to support anything here. All I'm saying is this is a natural process between human beings. If we do not mitigate hard situations, inevitably it'll end up in a fight somewhere. When it happens to us, we are shocked. When it's happening all over the place, we thought it's natural. Hello? When every movie that you see, the only way to settle any dispute is to bash somebody's face. Why didn't you protest, I'm asking? Hello? Every movie that you see, every television show that you see, can any argument be settled without punching somebody's face or shooting them? Hello? Why are you not protesting? You're liking it. Even your children are shooting everybody on the games. Hello? Yes or no? Even your little children are learning to shoot somebody all the time, isn't it? Why are you not protesting and why are you shocked when bombs explode, when people shoot at each other? If children shoot on the television screen, shouldn't adult mature into something little more? Hello? Please, this is very important. I'm saying we are talking about soil now. This needs action. Similarly, many other aspects of our life need action, but we think we can sleep through things and everything will be okay. Is sleep a crime? I'm asking you. No, sleep is a good thing. But if you sleep through your life will become a disaster. And a disaster is worse than a crime. Crime affects one or two people. Disaster does terrible things to everybody, isn't it? And last 20 years, there are lots of commentary in social media. Why is he always with corporate leaders? Oh, he's become corrupt, he's moving with this person, that person. Because I see today, if you want to change the world, not just business world, if you want to change the world, how we do business has to change. It is not the success of military, it is not the success of politics which makes a nation, it is the success of business which makes a nation. So how are we conducting our business is important. If you don't transform the business leaders, how the hell are you going to change anything? when I was the Economic Forum, somebody important there asked me, Sadhguru, if we have to do one thing for you to transform this world, what is it? I said, just give me 25 people for 5 days. I will change the world in the next 2 to 3 years. They asked, who are these 25 people? I named the top 25 leaders of the top 25 nations in the world. I said, see, normally with ordinary people, 2.5 days is enough to transform them. But these are politicians, so 5 days, I'm just taking insurance. 5 days you give them to me. If the way they think and feel about everything around them, even if there's a 10% change in the way that they are looking at the world, if they become 10% little more inclusive, the world will change dramatically, believe me. The food that we made for 18.6 billion people, one thing is we don't have to exploit the planet so badly to feed 7 billion people. And on that, 1/3 of them are hungry. This can be solved if these 25 people make up their mind. Yes or no? Hello? So it is very important. Today you're sitting here in the university as a student, but tomorrow you are part of a larger company. Well, when you join up, you may not be able to decide how to run this company. But don't become a victim and give up. This is all the choice you have. In India always when it's say yoga, we always use lotus flower as a symbolism. Why lotus flower is, this is true with every flower but particularly with lotus is, the more stinky the slush is, the more fragrant and beautiful the lotus flower becomes. So we always use this, that this is the way a yogi should be. When you see filth, you can become allergic to it and become an ascetic if you wish. Or when you see filth, you say, everywhere filth, let me also become filth. Lot of people become this. Or another way is, you transform the filth into your flower. This choice you have, wherever you are, whatever role you play, you have this choice. You're always a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. This one thing you do, depending upon your competence, let's see how far you go.